Hello, I'm Pamela Luker with the University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture Cooperative Extension Services. I'm the Polk County Family and Consumer Science Agent. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make cheesy chicken and rice using only 6 ingredients and share with you ways to stretch your food dollar.
Cheesy chicken and rice. The ingredients you'll need are 1 package of chunk chicken breast, 6 cups of cooked rice, 1 cup of shredded reduced fat cheese, 1 can of low sodium cream of chicken soup, and 1 bag of frozen broccoli. Start by getting out your ingredients.
Let's start with our rice. Our recipe calls for 6 cups of cooked rice. Well, if we measure out 6 cups of our dried rice that we have and cook it, it's not going to be 6 cups after we cook it. It's going to expand. So that will give us 12 cups. So we only need half of that for the dried rice. So we're going to start by measuring out 3 cups of dried rice.
Let's get out our rice. Measure and pour 3 cups of dried rice. Add 6 cups of water. Pour water and rice into a pot and let the water come to a boil. Once the water reaches a boil, cover the pot with a lid and let it simmer about 15 to 20 minutes. Then remove the pot from the heat and set aside for 5 minutes. Now you can begin to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Spray a 13 by 9 baking pan with non-stick cooking spray. Add a pack of chicken to a bowl. Add 1 cup of reduced fat shredded cheese. Then add a bag of frozen broccoli and a can of reduced sodium cream of chicken soup. Now mix your rice, broccoli, cheese, cream of chicken soup, and chicken together. Spread your mixture in the dish. Crush the cornflakes and sprinkle over the top. Then bake for 30 to 45 minutes until you see it start to bubble. Enjoy!
Now let's talk about stretching our food dollar. Always have a plan. So you want to have a plan. You want to set a spending limit. You don't want to spend more than you have budgeted in for your food that week or month. Plan menus and use them to make your grocery lists. Read sales advertisements and use them to plan your menus and grocery lists. Make a shopping list and stick to it. This helps prevent impulse buying. So, for example, I would go ahead and set my spending limit. I'm going to plan my menu, but I like to plan my menu around sale items. So if I know that there's a specific, let's say, meat that is on sale at a grocery store I go to, that week I'm going to buy that cheaper meat and I'm going to plan meals around it for that week for my family. So I'll sit down and say, okay, I know I'm going to buy this meat and think about what meals I could make out of that specific type of sale item. So that's a little tip that I like to use. And once I make that shopping list, I try not to get away from it unless they're out of something. I might replace the item on my list. But you try to stick to your list or else you'll end up buying a lot more than what you really intended. Next, eat before you shop. So if you're hungry while you're shopping, you might be tempted to buy things that aren't on that list. Clip coupons. While most of us don't actually put the coupons out anymore, which you could still do, but there are coupon apps that you can use. So consider that as well. Try store brands. Store brands usually cost less than name brands, and sometimes they're as good as or even better than name brand items. Compare stores. So some grocery stores may have lower prices than others. Day-old bread stores and dollar stores have lower prices on some items. Look for special discounts. So you want to take advantage of special discounts like senior discounts or double coupon days. Use the store discount card if they offer one. Consider the best day to shop. So choose your best day to shop. Some stores have sales on specific days. Stores may be less crowded and better stocked during a weekday as well. So food dollar comparison shop. Compare forms and buy the form that costs less for each serving. Already cooked or cut up food usually costs more per serving. For example, a whole chicken will cost less than a chicken that's already cut up. Bulk ground beef costs less than ground beef patties. A whole cabbage costs less than a bag of coleslaw. Dry milk costs less than fresh milk. And it can be used for cooking if you prefer to drink fresh milk or mix it with half dry, half fresh milk. Compare sizes. So compare sizes and buy the size that costs less for each serving. For example, a gallon of milk costs less per serving than milk in quarts or even half gallons. A large can of sliced peaches costs less than the same amount of peaches in smaller cans. Family-sized packages of meat cost less per serving than smaller packages. Large packages of meat can be divided up into freezer bags and stored for later. So in the example I gave earlier where I was going to buy chicken because that's what was on sale and I was planning my meals around it, I could also use some of that chicken and take advantage of the sale, but put the rest of it in freezer bags and divide it up in the size I would need for my family for a meal for later use. That way, you're not eating the same thing the entire week and you have it put back for another time and you've already saved. Compare packaging. Compare packaging and buy the form that costs less for each serving. So foods in fancy packages, prepackaged snacks and lunches usually cost more. Cheese in blocks cost less for a serving than wrapped single slice cheese. Plain frozen vegetables cost less than frozen vegetables in sauce. Dry beans cost less per serving than canned beans. Plain rice costs less than seasoned rice mixes. Look for a bang for your buck from foods that have more nutrients per serving. Spend your food budget on nutrients-dense food, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat protein and dairy products. Limit your purchase of less nutrients, high-fat, high-sugar items. Foods that are lower-cost sources of a nutrient. Dry beans, peas, canned tuna and water, and peanut butter are all good sources of protein that cost less than meat. So some other dollar stretching topics that are available to you if you would like more information are general spending. We talked about food shopping, transportation, insurance, medication, energy and water, leisure. So if you're interested in any of those ways to stretch your dollar, you can contact us at the University of Arkansas System, Division of Agriculture, Cooperative Extension Services. I'm Pamela Luker. I'm the Family Consumer Science Agent for Polk County, and you can reach me at 479-968-7098.